Yo, yeah. Another one. Another one like the other one. They can't stop us. I'm from the streets where they hustle every day to bring home a
All right, many of you out here, I keep hearing things like the Most High only deals with Israel. He was only sent to Israel. You know, Israel was the one that was taught the statutes and judgments and the laws. That is correct. But you got to understand the full plan of the Most High. And that's what we're going to bring out. We're going to touch on that. All right? Let's, no, get the one that they like quoting, Psalms 147.
Okay.
And you get Deuteronomy 7 on deck.
Gotcha.
Why
Gotcha.
Israel was chosen.
Mm-hmm.
Psalms 147 and verse 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known him. Praise ye Yahweh.
Right. Now, many people quote that and say, see, he don't love anybody else. No. Well, the fact is, he showed his laws, statutes, and judgments to Israel because he was going to use Israel to do a job. All right? So let's slowly go through that. And we're going to have to start off in Exodus, Kingdom of Priests. Get that.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, notice why he chose Israel. Read what you got.
Okay. Which verse are we here? Verse 6.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. For you are a holy people, or a set apart people, unto Yahweh your Elohim. Yahweh your Elohim has chosen you to be a special treasure or people unto himself, above all that upon the face of the earth.
That's right.
Yah did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people. For you were the fewest of all people.
But notice why. Now, why did the Most High choose him?
But because Yah loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, hath Yah brought you out with a mighty hand, and redeemed you out of the hand of slavery or bondmen, from the land of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt.
Right. So the Most High chose us because of the oath that he made to our fathers, to Abraham.
One man.
You know, and he said he was going to do these things. Genesis 26. Get that wrong.
Let's go.
Yeah, it was a reason why he made this promise to Abraham.
Abraham obeyed.
Yeah, Abraham was righteous. There's people out there telling me that Abraham didn't keep the laws.
Oh. Okay.
Come on now. Genesis 26, I think it's right around right here.
Okay.
Start at verse 4. Genesis 26, verse 4.
Genesis 26, verse 4 thus reads, I will make your descendants, or offspring, or seed, to multiply as the stars of heaven, and I will give unto your seed all these countries, and in your seed shall all of the nations of the earth be blessed. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statute, and my laws.
Right. So he said because he's going to do all this for Abraham's seed because Abraham was righteous. Not because you're righteous or I'm righteous, because Abraham was righteous. So see, that's the problem. Many of you think you're so special, but you haven't brought forth the fruits of righteousness. You haven't shown the fruits of the Spirit. So until you do that, you're not special. Abraham was special. All right? But look, let's get the plan that the Most High had for Israel. Let's go back and get the plan and show why he only showed his laws, statutes, and commandments to Israel.
Exodus chapter 19, verse 4. Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle's wings, and brought you unto myself. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed,
Right? He didn't say if you don't. So, you know, it's cool if you don't. He said if, right? Read on.
Now therefore, if you obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people.
Right.
For all the earth is mine. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
Right. We're going to be a kingdom of priests, a holy nation. So if every Israelite if the whole kingdom is a kingdom of priests, who are we going to minister to? We already had the Levites to minister to us. All right? So if we're a whole kingdom of priests, that means we got to be sent out to minister to other nations. All right? And you might be asking, well, where is that written at? Well, let's find out. We're going to show you. Now we're going to give me Deuteronomy 4.
Line upon line, precept upon precept.
Yeah. We're going to stack this up real nice for you so you can understand why the Most High showed his laws, statutes, and commandments to Israel and didn't deal with it the same way with any other nation. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you my statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh my mighty one commanded me, that you should do so in the land whither you go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation.
Okay, so these commandments, keeping and doing the commandments is wisdom and understanding in the sight of the other nations. Go ahead.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say.
Wait. How they going to hear all these statutes? How are they going to hear the statutes? Read that again.
Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this is a great nation, is a wise and understanding people.
All right? So you can see they're going to hear the statutes from us. Just like in the days of Solomon, when the kings of the earth came to hear the wisdom of Solomon, didn't it say this is your wisdom in the sight of the nations? So they're going to come to Israel and learn these statutes. All right? So that's why he did not deal this way with other nations, because he set Israel up to teach them the laws and statutes so we could teach the other nations. But right now we got to get ourselves straight. But in the meantime, the job still is to teach other nations, just like the Mashiach said when he sent the apostles out, right? So you can see before Messiah's ministry was over, he said, no, don't go into the Gentiles. You know, just go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Notice how he said lost sheep of the house of Israel, not lost four-footed creeping things, unclean animals. We're known as sheep. All right? Israelites ain't known as no unclean four-footed beasts and creeping things. All right? We've always been known as the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Oh, see, now you're going back to Corinthians. You're going back to Cornelius.
I just thought I'd put that out there.
Okay.
Okay, so that's clear. All right? You know why Israel was set up now. And matter of fact, let's get a precept. Let's close this out with some understanding.
See, my thing is, I mean, if I may interrupt,
go ahead.
That, you know, for people, you know, if Cornelius, and I have to say this again, if Cornelius wasn't Israelite, then why was so much of a big deal made with Peter to have this vision on the housetop when he's hungry, and then to come down and to look at Cornelius and say, oh, I understand why I was put in that trance at noon when it was hot, when I was hungry, to say that I should not call any man common or unclean.
Yeah, it didn't say I should not call any Israelite common or unclean.
Right.
You guys kill me with that stuff. And you're using guile. So are you guile Israelites? You know, that's
trickery and deceit.
Yeah. Using these little tricks. Give me Isaiah 2 verse, start off in verse 2. Okay. Isaiah 2:2.
And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow into it.
Did you hear that? It said all nations. Did it say, and Israelites from all nations? It said all nations. In other words, all goyim. All right? Read on.
And many people shall go and say, come you, let us go to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the mighty one of Jacob, or Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways.
Now, how is the Most High going to teach these nations of his ways? How's he going to do that?
Through us?
Right. Through his kingdom of priests. Read that again.
And many people should go and say, come you, and let us go to the mountain of Yahweh, and to the house of the mighty one of Jacob, or Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law, and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem.
You see that? We're going to back that up even more. We can go on all day with this. We're just going to show you a few.
There's too many scriptures.
Yeah, get Zechariah chapter 2.
Zechariah chapter 2, verse 11. And many nations shall be joined to Yahweh in that day, and shall be my people, and I will dwell in the midst of thee. And thou shalt know that Yahweh of hosts has sent me into thee.
Right. Did it say, now what did it say Israelites in there? Is that something that's missing? You guys try to use this replacement theology. You know, replacing words. It said many nations.